guys? Anthony here with Empire Music, empiremusic.com. Got a kind of a lucky feature here. So one of our great customers up in Michigan who has chosen to remain nameless for all intents and purposes and for legal reasons, I'm sure. Repeat customers bought, one of really our best customers, and has bought, God, I don't know, 6 or 7 custom shops off me here. He knows who he is and greatly appreciate his business. Already bought this bass, but what he was kind of allowing us to do was to show this bass off without the guards on there, or the guard, because we don't get that opportunity too many times with videos, just because I don't like to remove the guards for videos, even though it allows you some more playing room. It's like one less time we're taking screws in and out of the bass. I feel like is a good thing, getting it out to our customers here. And if you're interested in something, please check out the website. There's links below. It's empiremusic.com. You can email us, or email me, Anthony@empiremusic.com. And the phone number is 412-343-5299. But I digress. So this is the Fender Custom Shop. It's a 2022 collection guitar. They're kind of running sort of a year behind on delivering some of their stuff. So like we're placing 2023 collection stuff. We might not see it until end of the year, maybe even into 2024. But this is a 2022 collection P-Bass special. So being that it's a P-Bass special, as you'll notice here, if you're familiar with the P-Bass, you got the P-Bass pickup. We also have a J-Bass pickup here in 70s position, meaning we're a little bit closer to the bridge, brings out some of that extra mid-range. This one's in Daphne blue. Now what's cool about that finish, and I think we had one in surf green before, those are Empire exclusive finishes. So I believe these are available out of like the collection in Sunburst, Aged Sherwood green, or like Sherwood green metallic, and Dakota red. Don't quote me on that. And I'll do videos on those as they pop through for sure. And they have the matching head caps on it. We chose to go a little bit more, I wouldn't say traditional, but we chose just to go a little different and not do the matching head cap. So we got the Daphne blue finish, no matching head cap. 2-piece alder body, volume, tone. So typical jazz bass layout, but with P-Bass knobs. So the chrome knobs, kind of cool, because essentially it is a P-Bass really in the body shape. A 65-70, so a late 60s voicing on the P pickup here, and a 75 J-Bass in 70s positions with pushback at the bridge. Got the nice high mass RSD bridge on the back too, which kind of a nice bonus there. That's also why we don't get the bridge cover jazz bass style, because this is a different shape on the bridge too. But it does come typically with the cover over the P-Bass pickup. But again, our customer was nice enough to let us film one here, because he's going to play it without the covers. So it was nice to let us film one to kind of show you some examples of what we really get moving our hand around on a bass like this. Alder body, like I said, in Daphne blue, 7 1/4 radius, bound fretboard, pearl block inlays, 60s U neck on it, 60 U neck on it. I've said this before, when we get into the slim, total personal kind of take on the thing, especially when we get into the slimmer neck, 1.5 inches at the nut here, which feels really, really small to me, being like an 1 3/4 P-Bass player majority of the time. Or even recently, I've been playing like a big wide 6-string. That's, crazy workout on the hands. Even though it's a U shape, I don't notice the U shape until I'm up here really. Down here, it almost just feels almost like pretty typical C-shaped neck. To me, that's just kind of my take on it. Lollipop tuners, which I'm not sure if that's actually what you call them. I've said before, but that's what me and Brent, our videographer, call them, and we love them. They look great. If I would ever build a jazz bass, even a P-Bass, I might think about putting those on. I just think they're a nice kind of touch on there. So some of the sounds here. Now, I have a weird relationship with the PJ setup personally, and kind of like interjecting personal opinion and kind of flavor into this, which I'm prone to do in my videos. To be honest, I never got, early on, I thought the PJ setup was the best ever, because I was like, oh, cool, I get like the P-Bass tone, I can get the jazz bass tone out of it. From soloing, I can get extra mid-range on there. And I owned a few, I was talking 10 years ago, maybe more. I never could get it to like fit for me and the voicing that I like out of a bass. Typical jazz bass, fine. P-Bass, fine. And I'd always be using, I'm saying like if I was playing like a separate jazz bass. Cool, understood it, got it. Just a P bass, obviously fine. So it was always kind of a pickup configuration that I thought would do something than what it does. So it never agreed with me. And then kind of working here, was able to experiment around with that. So like when I first had one, I would always just end up using just the P bass sounds. That's the sound I want. I'd never use the J pickup. It was literally there. It was just there. I never would use it. And even to this day, when I personally turn up both pickups up, it's not the tone that I typically go for, but I found sort of the beauty of this pickup configuration and the beauty of even having both wide open. It's such a unique sound. But I'll show you a setting later on in the video, and I've said it before so you guys might know it, that I find really useful to get kind of a new or a different sort of take on the P-bass character. But let's kind of start with them wide open. What's cool about this is you get this nice, bright, punchy, it literally gives you that cross between the P-bass character and a bright, modern kind of J-bass character, especially with the 70s position on there. So check this out. Again, full tone, full volume on both pickups. Notice when I dug into that, how bright that got. Yeah, again, total personal opinion. I'm starting to realize the beauty of that type of tone because you get that even now just thinking about when we dig into the instrument. Everything's right there. There's that J bass inflection, there's the P bass kind of roundness and that really strong fundamental in there. But when we move our hand around, it's super dynamic as we'll do. And when we lay off of it, that top end really easily goes away. It's almost like you can control the EQ curve just with attack, you know? We'll move our hand around. So that's wide open, right? Now we go just P, so straight up is just the P bass at this point, which is cool. So just this front pickup, full tone. It's kind of exactly what we would expect there. Now, just the bridge tone, tons of mid-range, all that punch. So everything right there is kind of exactly what you think out of the bass. Now, what I have found, I call it like the 190 kind of splits, what I've been referring to it as. So we go 100% of the P bass pickup here. That way you get like that good fundamental and that roundness. And just rolling off that J pickup just a touch and leaving tone on full. A little less of that J pickup. Yeah, that's such an interesting, still totally in the P bass realm with that little extra top end bite. So to compare, right, that's that little 190 split. Now we go full. And then just front, just P. Right? And then we go back to that little 90% of the J pickup. So when I always talk about the P bass being so great with dynamic range, even with that one pickup, it's even more dynamic when we add this bridge pickup in. For me, and again, total personal, this is a great sounding bass in any of the pickup configurations. But I think the key with a PJ is how to use it and to understand the subtle nuances that you get between both pickups wide open and a very slight blend of both. So in real time here, something I didn't even ever really think to do. What if we go full bridge pickup and just a little bit of that P pickup? Where do we go? So it's like the 190 split on the opposite way. I honestly don't think I've ever tried this. There's 100. Take it off all the way. You still hear like how that mid-range of the bridge pickup's overtaking that roundness and that really strong fundamental of the P, but when we start getting close up to that 100, you start hearing that little bit of like gain jump to it too. So again, a super useful thing. That's essentially like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty distinct different sounds depending on how you play and what your technique is. So a really, really interesting bass. Again, this one's sold, but our customer was nice enough to let us film a video that we could do without the guards. I've done a video on the surf green one that we had with the guards, and I said there's more finishes coming in on this pretty shortly too, depending on when you're watching this video. You can check the link below to see our in-stock Fender Custom Shop bass selection. If you need something, give me a call at the shop, 412-343-5299. Again, 2022 collection Fender P bass special. It's a P bass, also a J bass. Super versatile, max versatility out of something like this. They feel great. They're just, and like all Fender Custom Shop stuff, just fun to play. So again, 412-343-5299. You can email me directly, anthony@empiremusic.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks.